back to the Third and 10 podcast. Season 5, episode 1 is now live. I'm your host, Nathan Nguyen, joined always on my guy, Brian Germinaro. It is great to see you guys again after like a month off, I believe.
Out.
Yeah, we're back. We're excited to start the new season. Training camp begins today for the Giants. Rookies reported last week, but everyone's finally together today in West Virginia, out of all places.
Did we ever
If I'm
learn
not
why they did why they picked West Virginia? Like it's
Yes, yeah, I was actually reading an article from Giants.com about I guess Harbaugh had a one-on-one with one of the reporters from the Giants. I forgot who. But I guess there's this resort that they're at was a place that the Ravens were considering when Harbaugh was still there. It's a
uh
nice area, and I guess
yeah.
because of facilities being renovated, right? Oh, they have been renovated, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. I bet you they're putting the finishing touches up right now. So it's like, oh well, you know what? We'll send the team out for like a week, and then we'll come
Yeah,
back, and we'll all be good.
like let them go to the resort, let them do the thing there, and let's finish our stuff here. And when they come back, everything looks new and all the fun jazz. So,
Yeah. I mean, it
I
must be
said, well,
nice, like getting hit on a football field and then going to like, oh, the nice beach, the nice resort
yeah.
afterwards.
Hey, they won't be relaxing too much over there. I would say that because
No,
we know with Harbaugh, it's a pretty intense camp that he
you
runs
you can
when he's a
relax
leader.
from when practice ends, and like when everything ends, you can relax, and then once it starts again, then you no more relaxing.
It's back to work.
Back to work,
What
exactly.
pretty
Work.
much, yes, sir. But I'm excited to see. It's. I still can't believe sometimes that our new head coach is John Harbaugh.
It will not set in for like
Yeah,
probably till November is when it's gonna set in. Like, oh my god, like the first time we see it in preseason, it's still gonna be a novelty. Then Sunday Night Football is like, oh my god, but like we won't stop like being like, holy, that's our head coach until like probably Christmas.
yeah. It's gonna be a while until it's like okay, it's kind of getting old now. We get he's our head coach, but like it's cool that we have a veteran head coach. I mean, for the past few years now, it's been coordinators getting their first shot at being a head coach, or incompetent guys, Joe Judge, earning that
Yeah.
spot, I guess, to
Or
fill
just
that
like
role.
the most
But
boring man in America and Pat Shermer.
yeah, you know what,
Like
Shermer,
the
I never
only thing
minded
Pat
him, but
Shermer did well
he
was
was
is that he
boring. Yeah,
was just forgettable.
yeah, like I never minded him, but then again, like he was just there's nothing that made him stand out.
No, he's
His
just like he
resume,
was just there. It's just
yeah,
like he was like he's so funny because he's stuck between like the roller coaster that was Ben McAdoo and the dumpster fire that was Joe Judge, and in the middle of it is just like, oh, that's Pat Shermer. The Giants suck, but they were like the boring suck. Or like they weren't even a circus. They just like they showed up, they didn't play well, and then they left.
where is he at now? Is he still in Colorado?
I was gonna
That's it.
say Colorado was the last place I saw him. I wonder if he's still the OC there. I don't think he went back to the NFL. Colorado Athletics popped up. No, he's not. I don't think he's there anymore. I think he's just a free agent. Wikipedia says he's
Oh.
a free agent.
Well, it was like besides from that first year where it was, Shadur and Travis Hunter, the offense has kind of just taken a dip. Since
Well, yeah, when you
the
lose
two of
that
them
star
left.
power, your offense is gonna take a dip.
But you would think, like as an OC, you'd try to figure things out. He's had a couple of years now to figure it out, and let's be honest, here, Shermer hasn't really.
No, the
So
game is
I can see
unfortunately past. Pat, you've had a great career. Retire. Go hang out with the grandkids.
exactly. Don't come back to the NFL. They do not need you.
You
I
don't
can't
pull a
think of any
Frank
team.
Reich for why the Jets signed him. I do not know, but
I
like,
remember. Yeah, I remember. I remember Andrew Luck was like, "Yeah, we're gonna give Frank 1 year at Stanford," and then all of a sudden the Jets take him. The once the
yeah, he
offseason
was
began
supposed
as
to
the
be like just like the interim guy where they're like, all right, we don't have enough time to get a head coach, so Frank, can you do me a favor? Can you just sit here for like a year and just like make sure everything runs smoothly while we find somebody to replace you?
It's kind of a weird situation, but I guess he was okay with it. Frank
Like
was,
Frank
but
was
I was
basically
like,
just like when you call your buddy up, like, crap, hey, I gotta go run an errand. Can you just come here and watch my kid for a little bit? Like that's
just
basically what
real
Andrew
quick.
Luck did.
I feel like it's more of a like you're contacting someone you haven't hit up like I think the best way to describe it for me is like some classmate from like your English class, like, hey, I know we
Yeah.
haven't talked in like 5 years, but can you like just real quick for like 10 minutes watch my kid, and then go to the grocery store and then come back and then be like,
Yeah.
all right, we don't need you anymore. You can just go wherever.
Yeah,
I couldn't
you
care
can
less what you do next.
I awkward. Like, you're just kind of a last resort. I knew you lived in the area.
It's like, hey, you weren't my first option, but I have no choice because no one else could watch the kid but you, since I know you have nothing better to do. So it's,
Oh, we got
uh,
breaking news. We got a couple Giants signings.
all we do, right
Maryland
now.
Davis and Tyler Moore were just signed to the active roster.
Ah, yes, those two. So Davidson, I wanted to get into that later on, but we might as well get into it now.
Sorry,
Davidson,
the Giants app alerted me. I've been at work all day. I haven't been plugged in.
I think it was reported yesterday, but official. It makes sense. Every
Yeah.
signing, it takes some time to be official. I mean, the
Oh
King
yeah,
James
because you gotta get
stuff.
all the paperwork done and sent to the legal office. It's a whole thing.
All the fun jazz. But for more, he is a backup tight end, if I'm not mistaken, from
Yep.
I think Iowa State, I believe. He is to me, I saw it as like, okay, Thomas Vidoni, who we'll talk about in a bit. He is on the pup list as we speak. So they want to bring in some camp competition. I believe from that, Moore is more of a blocking tight end, so basically Chris Manhertz.
Yeah.
So if anything, I think Moore will probably just he's invited to camp. Best case scenario, makes it to the practice squad. Hallelujah. Davidson, though, he's more of an interesting one because I heard he's a five tech defensive tackle, former second round pick. Last played for Tennessee, I believe. It started in 4 games. And he's a five tech D tackle. So he lines up on the outside shoulder of the tackle position, which
Okay.
is what the Giants kind of needed. Because
Hmm.
as you know, my guy, we've signed a lot of big interior
We
dudes, but
assigned a
that will
lot of
only play
interior
up the
boys.
middle. Yeah. So we kind of need some guys on the outside because in a 3-4 defensive scheme, you kind of need obviously you need guys in the middle, but you also need guys on like that will line up on the outside of the tackles, and then you have the edges next to them on the outside as well. So I like the Davidson with Moore. I don't really give a care, but I'm glad he's on the team, I guess. But Davidson, I'm kind
It's
of
a nice
excited for
depth
to see what he can
signing.
do.
It's basically what. Basically, at this point, it's just like, oh, cool. It's a depth signing. Hopefully, you
Yes.
don't get cut at Labor Day.
You're dang right. But before we get into all that stuff, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in a month. I know we've texted here and there, but how was this past month for you? I know the World
Well,
Cup
I
was
mean,
going
I'm the
on.
first guy in this show to win a championship. Now,
Really? Is that so?
well, my New York Knicks won an NBA title.
That's right. Yeah, congratulations on that,
Yeah,
of
no, so that
course.
was awesome. That celebration was fun. Other than that, yeah, it's just been relaxing, writing articles, just, same stuff for me. Watching the
Love
Mets
it.
every day, which is just a strain
Ah,
on my mental health, but
it's okay.
like thank
I've
God for
started.
the Knicks. If that wouldn't happen, I don't know if I still be doing this show. I think I would just retire from sports.
Our mental health from September to January will be solely dependent on this Giants team.
Oh,
So let's
100%.
hope. Let's hope for the best.
And
Uh,
I mean, to me, to some extent, the Rangers.
yes, we can't forget about them.
Yeah.
In regards to baseball, I've definitely avoided that a lot for sure, especially with the A's. At one point they were
Langoliers
what
blowing his knee out is absolutely horrible for you guys.
that was like the cherry on top to it was going to be another disastrous season. Look, we were what first near first at first or
You were
first place in the division.
competing for first when we left for our break.
Yeah,
And then you
and then
kind of fell apart because you have no pitching.
we don't. I think Sevy's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sevy's hurt. I think our ace is Jeffrey Springs, which is
Yeesh.
ill.
I mean, you want
Gage
Clay
jumped to
Holmes?
school.
I'll give you Clay Holmes. I gotta take
Hey,
a. I'll give you Clay
we'll
Holmes.
take anyone better than Jeffrey Springs. We'll give you whatever you want
You
back.
give me
Let's be
Mateo for
honest.
him.
Who do you want back?
I want the guy that you got in the Mason Miller trade.
Oh, you want DeVries?
Yeah,
You're
DeVries. That's
crazy.
his name. DeVries. I want Leo
You're
DeVries.
crazy,
Yeah, the
dude. I'm excited for
19-year-old.
him. I'm
I love
excited
he's
for him when he comes to the
19 is
league,
expected.
man.
I just pulled up MLB prospect pipeline. His ETA is this season. Dude's 19 years old. He's in Double A. No shot.
Short
This guy's coming up next year.
shortstop, right?
Shortstop.
But we have Jacob Wilson at short, so I wonder.
Um,
Maybe move him to second. He can. I don't
second.
care.
I'm looking very quickly reading his prospect page here. Athletic, above average runner. Um, shows range, enhanced with shortstop. They don't see it as a slam dunk though.
Mm,
Third, second base, maybe center field if he's really speedy.
this is DeVries, right?
Did it freeze? Yeah, I would expect
I could.
probably third. You push him over to third, maybe second, and then like if all breaks well, maybe try him in center. We'll just see if that speed works.
Sure, I get our outfield could use some. I think I have Butler out there in center, and he's not the brightest in the world. He's like below the Mendoza line right now, batting wise. So,
Yeah,
yeesh. But it's okay. Who cares about the A's? They suck, and we're not here to talk about the A's anyway. We're here to talk about the Giants, the New York Giants, of course. Um, but yeah, I for me, not much this past month. When I went to Great America, one of the theme parks here in Northern California, which was fun.
very nice.
With my yes, sir, that was outstanding. Was working a lot. World Cup was absolute he double sticks,
Oh, I'm
for
sure.
sure. Like a lot of users were inquiring in, so that was
I
was a
tried.
rough.
I tried getting on the World Cup. I tried betting on it. I just could.
Same.
I couldn't get a read for it whatsoever. And then I'm just like, if America's not playing, I just don't care.
Low key, the strat was just to bet on Mbappe, Holland, and Messi to score, but that kind of
Well, I bet on Argentina to win the championship.
me
I was on
too.
vacation down in resort at happy hour, and I saw the game was on. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna be here for an hour. It's 2 for 1 special. I might as well throw some money on this game. I'm like, Argentina, they got Messi. It
I
worked
did the
out
same
well.
thing. I did the same thing. Yeah, I did the same thing, and that was ended up in money just being lost. So never doing that again. But then again, we don't have to worry about the World Cup for like another 4 years, so it's fine. And the
Yeah,
U.S.
our
will still
interest
not
in
be good
soccer
by
has
then.
once again died until Welcome to Wrexham comes back out.
Or Ted Lasso, which is coming out next week.
Oh, is it really coming out? I am so
It
behind on
is,
everything. I still gotta go see Odyssey.
dude. Me too.
I,
I'm excited for that.
I
I
gotta
want to
see
watch.
Odyssey, the closure day. Spider-Man's out on Thursday. Like, geez, it's
Yes.
just everything's piling up.
Yeah, this summer's movie lineup has been not too
Oh, it's
bad.
been
I would say.
Obsession was incredible. Project Hail
Yes.
Mary, another great. Like there are some great movies. This is a movie's making a comeback this year. Not gonna
You
lie,
damn
I've been
right.
very entertained.
Not hey, this summer was not so bad when it came to movies, man. I tell
No,
you. And it gave us something to pass the time while we
distract
wait for
ourselves.
from while NFL season has been in such a dead period, and it still kind of will. Yeah, I know training camp is going on and whatnot, which is going to be exciting for us to talk about, of course.
Yeah,
Next week is the Hall of Fame game, which
it's
let's be
Thursday's Hall of
honest,
Fame game.
yeah, next Thursday, yeah, it's the same thing every year, right? It's one of those games where it's like we're so excited to watch the kickoff and all those things, and we realize like maybe towards the end of the first quarter, like the reason why we don't watch the entire Hall of Fame game is because it's kind
Yeah,
of boring, and
yeah. Like
so
I'll watch. I'm excited. I'm still waiting to see if they'll play Jeremiah Love. If they do, I will definitely be locked Kickoff to
same.
see how he does. But I feel like once he's pulled, unless you say Carson Beck's going to play a large chunk of that game, I'm probably tuning out. Or
Yeah,
I'll put it on the background, like while I play video games or something.
those are like the two players. I mean, yeah, because for the Panthers, they don't really have anyone
I mean,
notably.
McMillan's not playing. Bryce Young's not playing. No starter for them is going to touch that field. I can't really think of any exciting rookie that I'm like, oh, I can't wait for that guy to go out there and play. You know?
I think if anything, maybe Jonathan Brooks. Remember that running back that was taken in the second
Yeah,
round like a
Brooks
couple
is
of years ago?
he's intriguing, but I don't know. Like, are they going to
It's
rush
still
him back?
not like,
Are they going to rush him for
yeah,
the Hall of Fame game, or are they going to continue to like baby him? Like, oh, maybe we'll wait for our first preseason game when we know like the conditions of the field and stuff.
yeah, because oh yeah, that's true. Because the Ohio the Hall of Fame field is like it's always a mess. It's always like raining, right? If
They've
I'm not
had
mistaken.
delays in the past there because the field's been so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch a little bit of it for sure. But like you mentioned, if Love's not in there, if Beck's not in there for an extended period of time, probably gonna turn it
Yeah.
off and just wait
Like I'll
till.
watch a couple drives from Carson back, but like if he's pulled or if it's just like, all right, it's 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, I'm like, I don't need to
eh,
I don't need to see any more from this game to understand what Carson Beck's gonna be. Because I
Exactly.
know I'm gonna see him again, probably in December.
That's true. We do play the Cardinals, right? If I'm not mistaken,
We
this
play in
year.
week 3, so we're gonna see Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, that's easy pickings, easy dub. No matter who's playing quarterback.
Yeah. No, the
We
Cardinals
better win
game
that
is an
game.
absolute win for us, no matter what.
we
When we do our record projections, I think we both will have that as easy wins.
Oh, 100%. It's Arizona at the. What we worried about Love because our run defense had until we see it on the field has
I was gonna
we're
say
always
like
gonna
until you
be
see in the
suspect
field, but
of it.
like everyone we sign, it kind of seems like the run defense actually might be improved. I'm not saying good.
Ex-
I'm saying improved.
Exactly. They're big dudes that they should show up.
Yeah.
For us when and improve that run defense. So But yeah, dude, I'm excited. I think yeah. So our Giants play the Vikings, I believe, 2 weeks from now. So that's gonna be
Yep,
exciting to see.
August
We won't
15th.
see, yeah, won't see Dart. I think we'll see a little bit of Winston, but a lot of Brandon Allen. And I think we also worked out Jake Hayner as well. We had a big workout
Yeah,
yesterday, I believe. 18 guys were worked out, including Moore and Davidson, who like you mentioned, were both signed.
yeah.
But we also
And
worked out
apparently we're
Jake
still
Hayner.
looking for a defensive back too. Is we're still looking
Yeah,
like a
there
veteran
was
too.
there was a guy, I think Ahmad Moses. I'm sure you've seen the headlines on Twitter from
Yeah,
SMU. He's a guy that the Giants may be having an eye on. Was really productive over there with the Mustangs. I think injury concerns are why he hasn't been signed yet, but he's someone that Giants have worked out yesterday that we might sign as well. Another guy was Kenneth Murray, the former first round pick who used to play for the Chargers. He was
I
worked
was saying
out
like
as
I
well.
know that name.
Yeah, linebacker, man. From what I remember, he's pretty good. I forget why he's still a free agent.
I
I think
mean,
it's health
he's a
issues too,
former
but
free first round pick. Just bring him in. Just why? But why not?
why
Give
not bring him in?
you give him a league minimum deal. If he sucks, you cut him for nothing. But even if he's a fraction of what we all thought he's going to be, it's an absolute home run.
Yeah,
It's
and
why
he
we
can sort
traded
of. Yeah.
for Isaiah Simmons a few years ago.
I remember
It's like
that.
we traded a seventh round pick. It's like, all right, well, if he sucks in a week, we cut him and we lost a seventh round pick. The guys would get
Yeah,
cut anyway. So
the amount of times that seventh round picks work out are very, not many work
no,
out. So
unless you're a
um,
kicker, like your success rate as a seventh round pick is pretty much zero.
exactly. I will say with Murray, like if we do sign him, he could be, an inside linebacker and back
Yeah.
up, recent Edmonds, who I am very I know we're both excited for the both of them. Edmonds will be wearing the green dot, apparently, according
I
to
love that. I
Denard
love
Wilson.
Edmonton. That shows that hey, you know what? First year, you must be making some kind of an impact already. And I
You're
know
damn
it's a
hey,
whole new
yeah.
staff in general, so like everyone's learning something new, but so like just be the first guy in the door. It's like you're the green dot. It's like, all right, let's see what we got here.
I really couldn't think of a better guy. I know we have Burns and other,
Yeah, but Burns is kind of
Hall.
hard with being like an edge rusher and stuff to wear that green
Exactly.
dot.
You don't
I
yeah,
think the
you don't
green dot
yeah.
is more of a linebacker safety type position. Is who wears the green dot.
Exactly.
Like
And
Javon Holland would, I guess, be like the guy to wear it. Like
yeah.
if we're going off like like seniority, I guess it's Javon Holland. But I wouldn't want Holland wearing the green dot.
Not right now for sure. After what we've seen, he's been very underwhelming so far. But then again, when you have kind of a terrorist at a coordinator, it's kind of hard to judge the guys. But that's okay because we have an actual DC now, Darnell Wilson. So very
Denard
excited for
Wilson,
that.
and he was a secondary defensive backs coach, so I am super excited to see what he can do for this team.
I think the secondary will definitely improve. To which extent, we don't know
I
yet.
think the secondary
Obviously,
will be fun this year. Like not good. Like
that's a
I don't know, good's the word, but fun is the right. Like they're going to give you plays that are going to make you want to smash against the wall, but they're going to have like those big stops or those like big interceptions that like, oh, okay, I see the framework here. I see the building.
because it's like you have Paulson and Debo, who's going to be the CB1, and then you
Yep.
have a pretty much competition for that number two spot
It's
where it.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote about this a couple days. Actually, I just posted the article today. Go check it out. It's on my Twitter.
Hell
It
yeah.
basically said like it's going to be Greg Newsom's job until Colton Hood outplays him. Whether that's training camp, whether that's week 16. But Hood's going to take that job from Newsom at some point this year.
Has to.
It's just when is that happening?
Yeah, and I look forward to talking about the defense a lot more. I believe on our next episode because we're gonna be kind of giving like a burning question or thought, just
Mm-hmm.
like today. We'll be doing it for offense. Our next episode will be on the defense, but whether it's gonna be a interesting competition to watch out for in camp because it's
Would you
between it's
say it's
Hood.
our biggest camp battle right now?
Oh yeah, because
I
I
would
think
say, yeah, because like outside of
it's just
that,
yeah.
like the other big camp out would be like depth wide receiver.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like there's like what 3 or 4 guys compete for that number two spot at corner.
Yeah.
Whether it's Hood, it's Newsome seems to be has the jump on it, but you have a Hood. You have Banks, who I know a lot of us are like Deontay Banks, really, but he
No, he's
did.
in that. He's in the competition. He's
Yeah,
100% there. Corey Black's
yeah.
in the competition. I think
Art Green
Art
is
Green.
another.
Yep, that's the guy I was trying to think. Yep. There's
Yeah,
another
so
veteran too, like Washington, I think.
Yes, he's been playing both corner and safety in camp. So,
All right, so I think
uh,
it's just kind of like where does he fit best type of thing. And I guess Drew
exactly.
Phillips is in the running, but we all know he's a nickel. He's a nickel corner. That's that
Nickel
that's
corner,
where he
yeah.
that's where he excels.
And he only wants to play nickel apparently anyway, so it's fine by
That's
me.
fine.
He can
That's
stay.
fine. I'm fine with that. Be a nickel corner. That's
Yeah,
what
just could
that's you very much impressed me with at rookie with nickel corner. Stay there.
stay there and just maybe just be better in coverage and
Yeah, that's
not
simple.
just be a it's as simple as that exactly. So but yeah, dude, camp officially beginning today. Rookies reported last week. They're at right now they're in a Greenbrier Resort in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, with 2,000 feet in elevation, so it's gonna be good for training.
Ooh.
It's not super high, but it's gonna take a toll
It's
on the
gonna hurt a little
guys.
bit when you breathe.
Yeah, a
A little
little
bit.
bit. And I wish we could see videos from during of the practices, of course, but apparently we won't get that this year because the Giants are being secretive. Cell phones, according to what I've read about on the Giants page, cell phones are only allowed before and after practice, along with pictures also allowed only before and after practice. When it comes to what's going on during practice, people can't record or take pictures or any of that jazz. So we won't really see a glimpse of how the team looks like until pretty much preseason.
August 15th.
uh
That's probably the first time. Maybe we'll get like the Giants social will tweet something out if something crazy
Maybe.
happens. But yeah, no. We're all gonna get like reports and like just kind of like what we see, which I don't know about you. I love the secretive. Let's play with the cards close to the chest. Let's not let all these other teams know what plays we're running or what Dart looks like. No, let's keep it on the down low a little bit. Let's keep everyone guessing.
And at the end of the day, it's like, do we really are? I mean, of course, as fans, like we always tend to overreact to certain things. Like I'm sure if we saw a leak or a clip that got leaked out of a fantastic catch by like Odell or whatever, we a lot of us would overreact and be like, oh, he's ready to be a starter on the offense, whatever. But that's why like I understand why the Giants are doing it, and at the same time too, it's kind of good for us so that we're not overreacting to certain things because
Yes.
until we see it like when the games actually count, it doesn't matter. As
I mean,
long
it's gonna
as
be a reaction regardless. Like
yeah,
if someone tweets out, "Oh, Jaxson Dart went 0 for 8 today with an interception," there's gonna be Giant fans like, "Oh, sophomore slump. Here we go." It's like,
hit the
relax.
panic
It's
button.
training camp.
Exactly. Look, all we care about is if the guys just get out of camp, out of West Virginia healthy, into the preseason healthy, and most, if not all, of the guys, all the key guys that we need are 100% ready to go for
Exactly.
the season. So I'm super. That's all I
Yeah.
want. And when it comes to that specific wish, so far it looks good because the team enters West Virginia mostly healthy. Only three reserve guys are on the active pup list. Thomas Fedoni with the foot injury, he's like tight end number 4. Sam Roberts, a defensive lineman, depth piece, and then Roy Robertson Harris, who had that Achilles injury back when we had OTAs and whatnot. But as a
Mhm.
reminder for those who don't know, those who are on the active pup list can be in team meetings, can use the facilities, but just cannot practice. And then when the roster does get cut down, they can be moved to the reserve slash pup list. This would not count against the active roster compared to those on the active pup list, but they must sit out, of course, those first 4 games.
Yeah.
Hey, if you think about it, I didn't mention 2 key names, and that's Malik Nabers and Cam Scadaboo.
Bingo.
The latter, we were never worried about because
No.
from the moment he came
Well,
out on the
I don't know about that. I'm a little worried he's gonna hurt himself.
I know those backflips.
Stop
I
doing the backflips. God. And if you're
even
gonna do it, land it.
land it and just do it out. Save it for your touchdown celebrations. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Don't do
don't
it in
even do
some.
that.
No,
No,
okay,
like
bet.
Brian Dable, I've done a lot of crap on Brian Dable. The one thing he was right about was yelling at Cam Scott to stop doing the backflips. You're gonna hurt yourself. And you know what, Dabes, you were proven right by that Fan Fest video.
There are other celebrations that can be done at the end of the day.
Yes.
And we need him as healthy as possible. And we'll talk more about him later on, of course. When because I do have some questions about him that I want to run by
Mhm.
you.
How
But
about
I'm not
this?
surprised.
I'll make a deal with Cam Scotterville. If we win the Super Bowl, you can do as many backflips as you want.
Yes, because you got us a ring. Just that's all we want. Just get us a ring, and you can celebrate however you want. You can get as drunk as you want, or whatever the case may be. Just don't do it regular season into the postseason if we make it into the Super Bowl, wherever the case may be. Just just be smart. I know Cam's kind of crazy, but
Kind of.
yeah,
It's a ton of videos that beg to differ with the
I'm
word kind of.
I'm underselling it, no, for sure. But no, it's not surprising he wasn't put on the pup list. Of course, he's been stating for on multiple occasions, whether the town hall or in interviews, that he's ready for Week 1. And it's good to have. He had a gruesome ankle injury against Philly. That was tough to watch. But before that, he was really good, and I'm glad he's back. And he is the unquestioned RB1 heading into this upcoming season. Of course, more surprisingly though, Neighbors wasn't put on the pup list, and he, of course, had that ACL injury and towards meniscus as well. But him not being put on the list kind of shows that hey, progress is being made, and um, he spent a good chunk of the summer rehabbing at the facility, and as reports have said, the Giants are expected to bring him in slowly, so he won't be practicing immediately yet. But the team hopes he'll be ready with less than 8 weeks to go until the opener. Um, so we'll see how that
I mean, him not being put
goes.
in the public is a huge sign in the right direction. Like it's like
Oh
it's
yeah,
like I said, it's not guaranteed to be week one, but it says it's letting us know that hey, if Neighbors needs to miss time, it is only a week, maybe two. It's not a
there you go.
month. It's not 6 weeks. Like it's a quick recovery. Is what we're talking
Yeah,
about here.
it's as long as he can come in and be the guy that we know he can be.
Mm-hmm.
This offense will only go as far as he is on the field
This,
for,
this
because
offense flows through like the pass game throws through Neighbors because like
yeah, you're
while I
damn right.
like their passing options, like I like Mooney, I like Austin. I'm so high on Fields. If Neighbors is not out there, this offense is going to stall through the air.
Exactly.
It's going to be a
Mhm.
one-dimensional offense. So if you got to run that football,
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. And look, as much confidence as we do have in the run game, because we have like Malinoa, Illuminor on the
yeah,
right side, you have
that only works. But like
Picard.
if you're going to put 8 men in the box to stop us, we're not doing anything.
Exactly. Like we have to have some sort of receiving, of passing game, I should say. And Neighbors being healthy is very important in doing so. And then, if his, 18 catches, 272 yards, and 2 touchdowns in 4 games last year signaled anything, it's that when health, along with what he did in his rookie season, it's that when he's healthy, this dude's a top 10 receiver. There's no doubt about it. And
Yeah.
if as long as he's healthy, he'll be Dart's favorite target for years to come. And I do hope we start winning, because Neighbors has been, as other Giants players have, been affected by the losing. It's taken a toll on him, and we've seen it. And he's not afraid to show his emotions. Like, he hates losing, and we've heard it. Of course, every
But
player hates
Neighbors,
losing,
so do
but
I.
yeah, but he hates it. Like, we saw it in his combine interview, right, from a couple years
Yeah,
ago. Like, he
no,
told
I mean it was
Dable.
a very big part of Hard Knocks, which no longer exists anymore because of us. Like the videos scrubbed from HBO Max, thank God.
Yeah,
That
it
neighbor,
was.
like Dable, straight up asked him, "How do you try to keep your emotions in check?" He goes, "I have to admit, I let him get the best of me sometimes." I'm like, "All right, well,
Yeah.
at least you admit it, dude."
Exactly, right? Now we know what to expect.
Yeah.
So I really hope we start winning soon. And he's gonna get the ball though. There's no doubt about it. Dart's gonna
Mhm.
find him. We saw it very in that Chargers game. We saw it early and often. Dart was trying to find him like constantly.
The
So
pass he hurt himself on was like a 30-yard bomb down the field.
yeah,
Like it was a big play we were going
it,
for.
it was, dude. And it's just the trust that Dart has in him. And honestly, any quarterback that's playing for us, whether it's Dart or Winston, whoever, Neighbors is the guy we can trust the most, because he is explosive. He's electric. He is fantastic. We don't talk about him as much, to be honest, but we know what he can do, and we know that when he's on the field, he's going to produce. And defenses will always have their eyes on him, which will open up other things as well for a Mooney or a Slayton. We'll talk about him later. I don't really want
Slayton.
to, but we have to. Austin and
Yeah, he's the
Fields, who
longest tenured Giant. I don't know what that means, but it's
hallelujah, right? It's like, come on. Look, if he can just clean up the dang drops, that is all we would want. But that's,
Mhm.
again, so hard apparently. But yeah, but that's other than that. We talked about the guys we signed in Moore and Davidson. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
no, they're depth
Uh,
signings. They're just cool.
cool
Don't get cut.
beans. Yep.
Basically, my thought, my advice: don't get cut.
Yeah.
That's my whole opinion on them. Do not lose your
If
job.
if you can stay on the team, fantastic. If you can't, well, oh well. I never liked the end of
Oh
first
well,
base,
you'll be a
anyways.
fun like trivia question. Like, who is this tight end the Giants signed? He spent 10 days on the roster before being cut. I don't know.
Oh, Tyler Moore. Oh,
No,
but
named after a famous sitcom character. Oh, Mary Tyler Moore.
there you go. There you go. Let's see. Facilities went through a makeover. We talked about that. Locker room being expanded. State of the art weight room is being built with more than 11,000 in square. With no, with yeah.
Investment into this
Inve-
program.
catching up to everyone else basically is what we're doing because I
Bingo.
guess I know everything has been so old in this Giants organization apparently.
So
But
it
yeah,
makes it happen. You bring Harbaugh, some fresh blood, a little excitement. Now it's all like,
I
oh, okay, we're
know.
going to act like a serious football team now. All right, I'll buy
Bet
back
let's
in.
translate onto the field, and we're all happy campers. But yes, last but not least, first training camp under new leadership in John Harbaugh, new coaching staff with Matt Nagy as the OC, General Wilson as the DC, and whatnot too. So it's gonna be fun to see how these boys perform during camp, and look forward to the reports from all the other Giants beat reporters that come out of there, and any pictures or videos are taken of the players, before and after practices. So be looking forward to
And
all of
if
that
there
and
are
reacting
any
to them as
pictures
well.
or video taken during practice, we got to pray for that cameraman because I think Harbaugh might hunt him down with dogs.
Yes, and that's not going to be great for that particular person who does leak him.
He's
And
in
thank
West
God we're not
Virginia,
there.
so he definitely has access to dogs.
West Virginia, true. But Denzel Ward signing a 2-year extension with the Browns for those interested.
Why?
I don't know. He wants to just die there in Cleveland anyway.
But
So,
why?
or
Like,
I
what
don't know.
is he like a really big rock and roll fan or something? Like, does he just really like Guardians games or Cavs? Is he? Did he
I can't.
sign this deal thinking LeBron was going to go to Cleveland? Now he's kind of stuck.
I can't think of any guy that wants to spend their whole career. I mean, look at Miles Garrett. He's
Yeah, look at
in
Miles
LA
Garrett. Look
now.
at LeBron. He was the pros.
It-
He was the chosen kid of Cleveland and left for Miami the first chance he could.
Left for Miami, went to LA, and
They
had a
went
chance to
they
go
went
back
back, then
home.
left again. Now he's in Philly.
Yeah, which is
God,
still I'm still not used to that yet, but
yeah, it's a weird one.
um, it
It's crazy. The
is.
Knicks win a championship, and the entire NBA breaks.
I know.
It's like,
Lakers lose
hang on, the
LeBron.
Knicks won. All right, we gotta take ourselves seriously here now. How'd the Knicks win a championship?
Giannis to the Heat. LeBron to Philly. Who else?
Can
What
I
other
say
names?
something? I don't know if we did it. The Giannis trade is just the Carmelo Anthony trade to the Knicks from however many years ago it was.
Y-
The Heat
Yes.
the Heat will be a competitive team, but they do not have the depth to make a run.
I think of it's he literally went from Milwaukee. Him going from Milwaukee to Miami is him just it's the Heat are basically the Bucks,
It's
just
a
in a
it, it,
nicer and
it is a
it's
lateral
nicer.
move. Only he's playing in Miami with beaches and hot women, except instead of Milwaukee with snow and cheese.
Miami's just nicer. That's literally the only difference between where he went
Yeah,
Milwaukee and
yeah,
his new
that's it.
team.
And I think he have a cooler color scheme than the Bucks do.
Yeah, look, they'll
The
make the
red, the red,
playoffs.
the red Heat jersey is awesome.
Oh, it is, no doubt about it. They'll make the postseason. They're not gonna make it far. I'm
No, like I'm
sorry. I
saying,
don't mean
like
to be a
the
hater, but
Knicks
they
with
won't.
Carmelo made the postseason, but they just did not have the bench to go anywhere. I think that's the exact same
Exactly.
thing with this Heat team. It's going to be really
Exactly.
fun to watch, and they're going to put up a lot of points. But once that seventh game series comes and they're trying to go down the bench, well, they're going to be gassed. There'll be a
Yeah,
second round exit.
exactly. So, I,
Me and my buddy have
good
a
for
ton
him.
of future bets in the NBA that we got to like put a spreadsheet together like of how many
Mm.
we've said probably like 10 different guys are going to rookie of the year, and I think I bet 5 of them.
We should look into that. We'll have an episode where we look into that. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of enticing rookies from this
Mhm.
NBA draft. Obviously we know about the DeBonsas, the Petersons, the Boozers, and the Caleb Wilsons of the world. But
Caleb
there's
Wilson was
some
a
other
guy.
guys.
I have him.
Yep.
Christian Flemings. I have one on.
Ooh, yes.
Cameron Carr. I think we debated about putting one
Hey,
on. You're
Laker right
welcome.
now. Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. I'm excited for him. He showed out in summer league, so put up pretty good
And
performance there.
Andy
So
Mara from Oklahoma City. We're thinking about.
that's right. Yes, he's the Michigan center. Yeah,
Yes.
interesting move that they made.
Well, that's their
OKC did,
Giannis
but
stopper.
yeah, I
Well, my
guess
buddy's a
so.
big OKC fan, and I told him like the one thing you have to come away with this offseason is how are you going to deal with Giannis? There, that's your
There
answer.
you go.
Like,
And at the end of the day, yeah, you do need a bigger guy because Chet's kind of skinny. man.
Yeah, Chet
He's
is he can't. Chet is mentally can't guard Giannis.
mm-mm.
He physically could do it, but between the ears he can't do it.
You definitely need, obviously, Hartenstein's still there, I believe. So
Yeah, he's
you
only
know,
there
bring
for I
Amar
think
in.
he's one more year unless he signed an extension.
I think I don't know the exact numbers, but I think he signed an extension with them, which
I
good
was
for
just saying, I
OKC, by
really
the way,
remember him getting locked up there, but if not, he's got 1 year left.
and good for him either way. You know,
Hmm.
you obviously know from his time with the Knicks as
Oh, I
well.
love
So
Hartenstein. He's absolutely
yeah,
incredible.
he is solid. I will
Yeah,
say
new
that.
deal. Yeah, 3-year deal back in June.
Not bad. Congratulations to the big man. So,
Hmm.
yeah. Okay. So, hey, OKC, they're I would know they're a thorn in the Lakers' side, and they're just. Of course, they lost a few pieces. You know, Lou Dort's gone as well, but you know, they have a lot of draft picks, and they have
Well, I
guys that
saw that
will.
it's my buddy was telling me that they traded. I think didn't he get traded to the Hawks, right?
Correct. Yes, Dort went to the Hawks. Yeah.
The Spurs own the Hawks first round pick. So trading Dort to the Hawks makes the Hawks a better team. Thus, the Spurs will have a worse draft pick because of it. So he's hurting the
Ah!
Spurs. I'm like, man, that is. And then with the uh, who was the guy that offer sheet that I think the Nuggets matched?
Reached like yesterday, like I think it was
But yeah,
Spencer Jones,
yesterday
correct?
who was it?
Spencer Jones.
Yeah, Hunter Jones. That put the Nuggets in the second apron. So that hurts them. That hurts them too. I'm like, so
Oh,
Sam Presti's like on galaxy mode right now. Like, not only is he making moves that help the Thunder, he's hurting his opponents by his other moves as well.
dude,
I'm
their
like, this guy's a
entire front off.
genius.
Their entire front office is so impressive. They just make so many big brain moves, it's incredible what they do, man. Honestly, so, but yeah, they're gonna be a thorn in the West for quite some time. I know Shea is the flopper and everything, but he's MVP, man. He's a good
Mm-hmm.
player. You know, there's no doubt
Yep.
about it. I hate him, but it's, what can we do? But yeah, people we don't hate are Jackson Dart and the rest of this Giants offense, as we will
Well,
get into.
let's not go crazy here. There's some people in this offense I definitely hate.
Ah, okay, yes, one guy in particular that we
Yeah.
very
So
strongly
you guys you don't
dislike.
hate. No. I hate these guys. I hate some of them.
Just one of them though. The guys that we'll talk about today.
Yeah, I like most of them. I will say I do have
Yeah,
a positive
it's literally
feeling of
just
most of them.
one guy, and we'll get
It's
to them
one guy I
soon.
can't stand, and a couple of guys I just have no opinion of whatsoever.
Hell
Just
yeah. Well,
there.
we'll go through each key offensive player that will ask one burning question or one burning thought that we have. Obviously, we could go through every offensive player, but that would kind of take a lot of time. And plus, some of the guys that we could have named are going to be off the roster anyway.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
let's be honest. But first player, of course, is our savior, our franchise quarterback, Jackson Dart. And look, heck of a rookie year, very exciting. Season he had, when he was healthy. Obviously beat the Chargers in his first start, which was super cool. Beat Philadelphia at home on Thursday night, which I know you and I had a really fun time
Oh, that was the best.
reviewing the
I still
game.
think it's one of the best nights of my life. Was that
Oh
game?
yes, dude! In quite some time, that was definitely one of the best nights when it comes to Giants football, man. And I hope we get a
Like
repeat of that
I
this year.
watched the post game show of that game. I don't watch
Same.
I don't watch post games that much. I watch like the clips and stuff that come out of it, but like to sit down and watch the entire post game show, I was dialed in. I'm like, whoa, these guys are awesome.
Same, and Scat ripping off his shirt with Fitzpatrick and
Fitzpatrick,
everything. Yeah, dude, that was.
him, Jackson Dart, and Richard Sherman doing Star Wars trivia. Sherman's bombing.
I know, right? It was such a blast watching the young guys perform it like they did on that beautiful Thursday night, man, and so much fun watching that game. And I hope we see more of that in year two. But specifically for Dart, my friend, what do you want to see from him in year two?
I want to see Dart step up and take on the role as like that top 15, top 10 quarterback we all think he can be. Because
Okay.
look, there's a lot of question marks this year. He's got a new offense, and there's also the how is Harbaugh going to corral him, not have him be so aggressive. Now, I'm not sure how true this is. I've heard there's a report in coming out of West Virginia that when Jackson Dart starts to scramble, Harbaugh blows the play dead. And he's trying to teach Jackson Dart to read the progressions and don't try to play hero ball and run around as much. You can do it, but know the situation. So I want to see him take off his arm strength. I want to see the legs, but maybe a little bit less.
Yes, that's actually true. No, I did read about that as well. I think that dates back to what occurred in OTAs, where like literally the play was blown dead at Dart were to scramble out unnecessarily. And look,
Mhm.
I look Dart's legs is what gonna it's gonna help our rushing attack. Of course,
Yeah,
it's gonna help us extend the extend plays as well. But at the end of the day, there's not
the
always gonna be a
time and
need to do
place.
so.
You
Yes,
need a time and place. You can't pull an Ian Book where, all right, my first read's not there, I'm taking off. It's like, no. Let the play develop. And then if it doesn't
yeah,
develop right, then you take off.
exactly. So and then when I think for me, um were there any other reports that you heard from Harbaugh by chance, or was it just that?
Just that one was the one that came to my
Okay,
mind.
I was gonna say, but yeah, I think for me, when it for Dart specifically, I do want to see improvement when it comes to deep ball accuracy. Obviously I want him to take that next step forward and be that top 10, top 15 quarterback, of course, because that would mean the team is very successful and on their way to a playoff spot. But in terms of like a specific like skill set, yeah, that's how I wanted to approach it when it came to him. I
Hmm.
think it's just deep ball accuracy.
Yeah.
Because hey, he was not shy about chucking it last year, which I was really happy about. I looked into it further. And by the way, I bring it up because I'm still having PTSD, my friend, of Daniel Jones when he was the quarterback, because he never really wanted to chuck it as much. My God.
No, he did not.
Um, Dude, oh my God, he made Giants football so freaking boring. Thank God he's in Indianapolis now because they can deal with him. But when it came to Dart last year, 14.7% of his pass attempts were at least 20 yards in the air, which is fourth highest in the league when in regards to percentage. But he only completed 32% of his deep balls, which ironically was 32nd in the league. Haha. Again, it doesn't help that he had a OC in Kafka and Malik Nabers for pretty much the entire season except what 10 to 15 snaps.
Yep.
So look, obviously Nabers being back would is going to be helpful. Nagy is the new OC now, and he's worked with Mahomes, as we know, in Kansas City, of course, last year and in years prior. But yeah, I hope we can improve in that. And look, obviously having guys like Neighbors and Malik, and the Giants have done a good job of trying to help Dart improve that, his deep ball stats. Because you bring in, Calvin Austin, who's a deep threat guy. You bring in Malachi Fields, who's going to be, able to bring down 50-50 balls. And you would know more than I do, of course, because he's a
Hmm.
Notre Dame guy. So I think we'll see a jump, an improvement from him in that particular department. And I just hope we're proven right. But that's the one thing I'll be keeping an eye on for sure. Everything else, I have no worries about. When it comes to scrambling, I know he needs to calm down on that. But you mentioned that already, and I know that's his scrambling ability will be very helpful come
Yeah.
when the games
Because
matter and
it's
whatnot.
part of who he is as a player.
Yes,
You can't coach out, like, if you coach out his scrambling, you're gonna coach out that competitiveness to win,
exactly.
which you can't
We don't.
have.
You cannot. You don't want to change you want to reduce the need to scramble a lot, but at the same time, you can't take that away from him. You can't take it
Yeah.
away why he's different from other quarterbacks.
It's like
So
if it basically, like, his scrambling, it's like if it's like a leak in your faucet and you take a hammer to it. It's like, well, that didn't do anything. You just made it worse. Just put tape
yeah,
on it.
yeah, just try to mend it a little as best you can, but also don't make it worse, or don't
Yeah.
try to change it completely when it's not necessary. All right, Jameis Winston. We won't talk too much about him because he is
I got a great Brody question for him.
hit me. What you
How
got?
long till he just retires and starts a media career? Because this guy's electric.
No, he is. He is all over the place. I mean, he was at the World Cup. He
He was
was.
a
He's
silent reporter for the World Cup. Like,
yeah.
come on,
Like
you
what?
cannot convince me this guy is not going to be in media one day. He is the next
He
Pat
is.
McAfee. You cannot convince me otherwise.
No, dude. You could argue he's more entertaining than McAfee, and that's a
Yeah,
lot to say. But like
yeah. I
he,
don't think he has, like, McAfee comes off as a bit controversial at times. I don't think you
a
get,
little
like,
bit.
other than like the actual crimes Jameis Winston committed, which he has done a few. Outside of his, like, the skeletons in his past, he comes off as such a likable guy.
Yeah, he's goofy. He's fun to like.
Yeah.
I love him. I do.
He's like a
And
golden
he's great.
retriever. It's like, oh, Jameis.
Hell yeah.
You
And we
can't
gotta
do
come here.
that.
Well, so Tyrone,
Yes,
good to
sir.
see
Let's
you.
go,
Let's go
Giants.
Giants. Yes, sir, baby. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you, sir. We love all the support from you guys, so thank you so
Mhm.
much for tuning in. But with Winston, Winston is off. He can still play. We saw it last year in the couple of games that he started. He can still let it. He can still throw the football. Whether it's short, intermediate, or deep down the field. I think his game versus Detroit, he had like I think it was like 20 yards per
Yeah, that
completion on
was,
average.
and he could catch the ball too. Don't forget, he could catch the ball.
Yes,
He caught the
hey,
ball in Detroit.
dude, and he stiff on. I think it was
I
Joseph
forgot
that
what
he
it was,
stepped
but
on.
he just,
Oh my, that was
that guy's
sick.
got to retire too.
I
Bro got
know.
slipped on by a quarterback.
You can't. I can't. I wish I could see. Or I wish I was a fly in the wall, on the wall, so I could see how that film session was
It's
when
like,
they
they
when
made
play.
fun of him that entire film session.
Has
That guy
to, right? They.
was ruthlessly made fun of. It's like being the
No,
guy that gave the home runs to Bartolo Colon. It's like, you are just cooked, sir.
you can't live that. You can't be happy with yourself knowing you have you allow that type of
Yeah,
play to
James
happen.
Shields,
So.
by the way, he's a he was actually a
Oh
decent.
my.
Yeah,
Y- Yeah, he played for the Rays, right? Was it? Yeah, he was
he
good
was
for
a
the Rays,
Ray.
wasn't he?
He was really big with the Royals during their like
Ah,
brief dynasty run they had there. Went to San Diego, and then
oh yeah. Well,
fell
to
apart.
be honest, yeah, yeah. Well, hey, Cologne though, freaking legend,
Big
man. I tell you,
big sexy.
big sexy baby. I tell you, but I will
If we
will go
get
along with your.
Bartolo Colon and Jameis Winston in the same room, the universe might explode.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be all comedy all the freaking time with those.
Mm-hmm.
If they had a podcast together, I'd tell you,
Oh, the
I'd
most
tune in
listened
for
to
sure.
podcast of all time.
But I'll go along with your question as well. I look, I love Winston. I know he's obviously can still play, but I look forward to what his after NFL career consists of, for sure. So, but no, for now he's the backup behind Dart, and hopefully he could continue to teach him the ropes and help him improve on different things, for sure. Let's go to Cam Scadaboo though. My question to you, my friend, will he ever be an every down back here in will he ever be an every down back or
Be a
show
bell
signs
cow
of it here at
back.
U2? Yeah.
No, I think he's destined to be the kind of like that short down bruiser back type running back. Because for one, that's just his play style. He can't break off electric runs, but that's not really his game. And two, the modern NFL is moving towards these two running back sets. They want, with a guy like Cam Scadaboo, he plays such a physical style that he's only going to have a very short career. It's going to be 4 years and he's burnt out. But if you get him in a two running back system, instead of 4 years, maybe you turn that into 6 years. So I
Mm.
don't think the Giants should make. I think they should stick with two backs.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Look, obviously, him coming back from that gruesome ankle injury kind of supports that.
Mm-hmm.
It helps support your argument there. Look, and let's not argue about the fact that he was solid before his injury. He had 7 touchdowns in the first 8 games. He was ninth in first downs
Oh
acquired
yeah,
per
no, he was
rush.
having a
He,
tremendous like we talked about him maybe later on in the season stealing snaps
yeah.
from Tyron Tracy. He was doing it in week 2 in Dallas.
Yeah, like he immediately just took the reins. Like Tracy was entered in as RB1, and Scatterbull was like, "Nah, buddy, let me squeeze in here and take some snaps for you." Ended up being obviously, being RB1 when Tracy went down in week 3, against Kansas City with that shoulder injury, and just didn't look back until he got hurt himself against Philly. But look, Scatterbull, we all know it. He's a north south type of back, has a battering ram physicality, type of mindset, and the thing with that is he's not a speedy back, and that's why I really agree with your argument in terms of having that two running back system. He only had one carry of 20 plus yards last year. He only had 3 yards after contact per rush, which look again, it's not the greatest in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I mean it's kind of average.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the speed. Like he's not the guy that has breakaway speed. Not to say Tracy does too, but Tracy is a little more. He's
He fits
speedier compared to
Tracy
yeah.
fits more of the receiving back because I think part
Hmm.
of the reason is that his days at Purdue. But right, like
Yes.
the Giants need that. Like he is more like that Jeremiah Gibbs guy that like when you need to turn on that extra burner, it's there. Scott
Yes.
doesn't have that extra speed you can turn on to. It's just is what it is. He relies more on like, all right, I'm gonna have you bounce off me, and that's how I'm gonna get the extra yard.
Hmm. Like at the end of the day, I love the fact we have two backs. I love that Scat's healthy and he's entering camp as a RB1. But like you mentioned, but my friend, the success of this run game will go as long as these two backs and Scat and Tracy are healthy.
Yeah. And then
And
whatever Dart gives you from there is just it's like gravy on top.
yeah, and the occasional fullback dive with Ricard,
Yeah,
of
Picard.
course.
Yeah. No, I need goal lines and 4th and inches. That's gonna be our tush push. When they ban that, it's like, oh, too bad. The Giants got the fullback. They got the
Yeah,
fullback
damn right
figured
we
out.
do. It's so cool to have fullback again. It's been
I know. It's like
years, man. Obviously we know about the Elijah Pennies of the world, but like Elijah Penny doesn't really speak to me as much as a Patrick Ricard does.
Elijah
You know what I'm
Penny
saying?
wasn't a fullback by trade. He became a fullback.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
made him
Ricard
a
is a pure,
like
yeah.
Ricard is a fullback. Penny became a fullback because he had nowhere else to go.
Wasn't there another one that we tried to turn to a fullback? He was a D tackle. Oh my god, what's his name? Oh, this is
Oh, that was
bad.
big last year, putting a D tackle as a fullback. But like Henry Hanoski, I don't think was a fullback originally.
Nope, he was. Yep, Hanaski was a tight end.
I think
You were
Hanoski was a
spot on
tight
there.
end, and then we just like, dude, you're a wrecking ball. You're gonna be a fullback.
You got to. I forgot that D tackle's name though. Who was that? He was the Chapman. That's what it
Oh,
was.
Elijah
Elijah
Chapman,
Chapman.
yeah.
Yeah, he's off
Well,
the
that was
team
something
now,
the
obviously.
Patriots
But
were doing last year too. With they would do like early on in the season, they would put a D tackle to give Stevenson that extra block, and then I think other teams try to steal it, and we did it, and we're like, oh, Chapman, you're gonna be that guy because you got nowhere else to go,
yeah,
dude.
and now it doesn't matter. Oh, and now he's off the team. We have a new coach, and new coach said, "All right, we'll bring in real fullback. Real fullback is Patrick Ricard. Ricard is good. Hopefully, turns into, helps improve our rushing attack even more from what it was last year when it was fourth best in the league, which is absolutely insane to think about. But not surprising because you had Scat and Tracy and Dart running the football. So
Yeah,
fun time. Oh, and a little Singletary in there, but we won't talk about him today.
yeah. I mean,
Tyrone Tracy.
Singletary, great change of pace back. Great change of pace back. I love
Yeah.
Singletary. I think I've sung his praises. He showed me last year that in a limited role, he can still make an impact.
Oh yeah, no, he can, and I'm glad that he came back on a pay cut.
I
He
love the
knows
pay
it,
cut
he knows his
because I would
role.
be sitting
Yep.
here today talking about like Singletary's a cut candidate.
Yes, but he knows his role. He's the RB3. He won't play as much unless one of the top two guys get hurt. Cool beans with me.
But awesome,
Uh,
awesome. If like unless it's a
yeah,
major injury, like if just like oh Tyrone Tracy, knock on wood, he's got a bone bruise and he's out for a week. All right, Singletary just fills Tracy's role for that week, and I bet you would be fine.
yes, sir. But yeah, let's see what else. Oh, Tracy, I forgot that's what we're talking about next. Wanted to give a little prediction for him. I think he will have another 1,000-yard scrimmage season, even if
I was going
Scat
to say
is healthy
scrimmage
for all
season.
17 games.
That was my question: was can Tracy get back to being the 1,000-yard from scrimmage guy? Because
I think
we know he's going to get cut into the run game with Scatterboo, but can he? I think with his offense, there's going to be a lot of screens, a lot of short passes. Can Tracy establish himself as like that receiving back that gets the catches and turns them into big games?
Yeah, I think he will. And let's first start by saying what a story he's been. A day 3 pick.
Yeah.
Who has shown up when called upon, has produced, of course, in his first couple seasons. Lost the job to Scat last year pretty much immediately. Dislocated his shoulder in week 3, and then the Scat injury allowed him to be back to that RB1 spot, and the rest is history. Had that 139-yard performance against Green Bay, 130 against Detroit, and I think 150 plus against Dallas, where he scored both on the ground and on the receiving game. Like he can do a bit of more. He can do it all more than Scat can, because Scat can catch the football, but not as well as
Yeah, no.
Tracy. And
Well, that's also, but Tracy's also a receiver by true, became a
yes,
running back.
yes,
He has that background.
yes, and Tracy has the speed, like you mentioned, better receiving ability, and there's a world where this Giants run game succeeds with the 50-50 timeshare between the two. Let's be honest.
Oh yeah, I think that's the best way. I think that's the best way for it to succeed is have these guys split it, form a Sonic and Knuckles. Like we're gonna need a new nickname for that because that pair no longer exists. But just be that sort of run game. If it's 50-50, it's gonna be great. You good? You swallow water down the wrong pipe. Oh, it's gone.
Ooh, that was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Someone went to the.
Put your arms over your head. Go like, yeah, do that. Yep, do that. And
Woo.
breathe. You'll feel better.
All right, you can go with the next guy. Then we'll go Malik Nabers is our next guy on the list. I'll let you take over that one.
Yeah, so my question for Neighbors, and I think it's the most obvious question in the world is, how much is that knee injury going to hamper him this season? Because even if he misses games, we're not out of the woods. If you go back to when Saquon Barkley tore his ACL, that first season back, he was good, but he wasn't great. There definitely was that limitation there. So my question is will how long will it take for Neighbors to knock the rust off? And B, will that knee injury continue to hamper him throughout the entire season, like we saw with Barkley when he did his injury?
Ooh, that's so tough. Because I think about guys like Cooper Cup,
Yeah.
when Keenan Allen, those are top guys who, they tore their ACLs, but they look like themselves in their first season back. They're like they didn't miss a beat.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, I'm like, I think once Neighbor steps in the field, I think he'll be fine. But the problem is for me is, unlike the three guys that I just mentioned, he tore his meniscus as well. So it's like,
Yeah, it's double
kind of,
whammy.
yeah. So but I think the fact that we're planning to bring him in slowly, yeah, I think that's kind of backs up my confidence behind the fact that he'll
Yeah.
be fine coming off that knee injury. Like it won't affect him as much because he's had plenty of time to recover and rehab at the facility and all these things. And we're not rushing him back, which is obviously a good thing. So I think once he's on the field again, he'll be that same explosive number one guy right off the jump that the team needs him to be in order for this offense to be clicking on
Mhm.
all cylinders. But that's just my answer.
Yeah.
What about yourself, my friend?
I'm confident. I'm confident we'll put a good season in, but I do think it's going to be not as dominant as we've seen in the past. I think it will hamper him a little bit, and we'll see flashes. Like we'll have the game where he goes off and stuff, but then we'll have other games where he struggles a little bit more. I think it'll be
Okay.
a little hit and miss, kind of ironing out towards the end of the season where he finds that consistency, and then next season be far and away a top receiver. That's like when I was writing fantasy articles for Dynasty, I have Neighbors as one of your top options because long term, I think he's fine. But for this season, probably knock him down a few pegs because I'm like, you're taking the risk with that knee injury.
Yeah, and even if, like, obviously the news of him, not being on the pup list and everything, and being brought in slowly, kind of, I'm sure, brought him more up, towards the top spot in the rankings. But at the same time, there's still some like kind of doubt in your mind. It's like, okay, just because he's on the pup list doesn't mean we shouldn't be concerned about him. It's
Yeah.
still a major knee injury that he just came off of. So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely understand at the end of the day. And look, the hope is he looks great like himself with no, you know anything bad happening or any setbacks. But it's still, if as much confidence as I have in him being like fully okay, I'd be lying if I said I don't share also the same sentiments as you do in regards to just the doubt of him not, you know, of him showing signs of, hey, that knee injury is
Yeah.
still holding him back a little bit, I should
Like
say. So
I think a real conversation we could have sitting like week 5 is like what's wrong with Malik Neighbors would be like a first take storyline, Like
mm-hmm.
I could see that because like, oh, he's not explosive, he's not this, he's not, he hasn't had a 100-yard game yet. Something stupid comes up. It's like, give him time. He'll have
Yes.
it.
Yeah, slowly but surely he'll show why he is a top 5, top 10 receiver in the NFL. There's no doubt about it in my mind. So, all right, let's get it over with. The guy that we both do not like at all, Darius Slayton. I think he starts the season as wide receiver number 2 and falls to number 4 by the end of the season.
Wow. I think he's gonna lose job. I think he's 4. I think he's number 4
Right off the
because
jump.
yeah, because you got to think like Harbaugh, and yes, he signed a long-term extension with Joe Shane, but with Harbaugh here, he brought in Mooney and Austin, so those are more his guys. So they're going to
True.
get the breaks over a guy like Darius Slayton.
Yeah. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to praise the guy, but I got to give him his props when it's due. I mean, he is a big play asset.
He has
He's
moments.
averaged, yeah, 15 yards per catch during his career.
Yeah,
It's tied for 6th highest amongst receivers since 2019. Um, that's all I got for you. He has an
but see,
8.2
that's the
drop.
problem is like he has that big catch number, but I need the consistency that goes along with it. Like,
And it's just
if
not
he
there.
see, like, yeah, he's averaging 15 yards a catch, but he's only averaging 3 catches a game. So it's like, cool. He's 3 catches for 60 yards,
Yeah,
45 yards. Like,
yeah.
that's nothing.
His drop rate is bad, dude. I think it's
Yeah, he probably
8.2%.
averages a drop a game. I'm probably exaggerating, but I feel like if we're gonna go back last season and think about all the big drops we had, I feel like 75% of them belong to Darius Slayton, and the other 25 probably belongs to Theo Johnson.
I forget. Once we get to him, I know we're gonna have some concern to talk about Johnson shortly for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, Slayton 8.2% drop rate, third highest since 2019 as well. 10% of targets last year were dropped, including some of them that led to him acting like he was hurt. I know damn well he wasn't, but he
Yeah,
had to act like
he
yeah,
was
like
so
come on,
embarrassed by
dude.
the drops.
Like come on, bro. And look, I would love to sit here and say he'll fix the yips, but I have a lot
Don't.
more confidence that the other guys, like like a Mooney or Austin, will surpass him by the end of the year. And I guess because of the amount of time we have left, I do want to. I'll combine Mooney and Austin together if that's okay
Yeah,
with
okay, that's
you.
fine.
Who do you think will have more of an impact for the Giants? Will it be Mooney or will it be Austin? Out of the two.
I think it will be Austin because I think Austin
Okay.
provides that because Mooney, his skill set, I think is very similar to like Slayton's and Neighbors, like skill, not talent wise, skill set wise. So Austin gives you that short, speedy receiver that like, oh, okay, I want a deep ball. Austin slot, get downfield, and I think he's gonna have more. I think he'll have more big plays that will stand out in people's
Mm,
eyes more. Like Mooney might put up better numbers, but it'll be quieter. Austin will have that big play ability that I don't think Mooney has.
like that. Plus, Austin has experience as a punt returner, and he'll
Punt
probably
ret-
be
yeah,
up
so he's
to
gonna break. He could break off like a punt return, and like, oh, that's gonna stand out. We're like Mooney, I think will probably be a very quiet 4 catches, 50 yards, and a couple touchdowns.
Okay. I probably go with Mooney for me, and it was tough because I thought to myself
Mhm.
like Austin has the experience as a deep threat. We saw it last year with Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah,
and statistically he's been solid as a guy on the outside. Austin is. I mean, he had 15.2 yards per catch last year, which is pretty impressive for a guy his stature. But with Mooney, I don't know. I have a little bit more confidence in him to have more of an impact. I mean,
hmm
his career has been such up and down, literally. He's had 2 seasons with almost 1,000 yards, but three of them with under 500. History says he'll have at least more than 500 yards because last week he finished with 443. So it's like if he's up and down, you would think this year's season is the season where he has a
and
better
maybe with a
stat
little
line.
more consistency at quarterback, it will bounce back up
Yeah,
there too.
right. Exactly. Because I mean, let's be honest, when you're being thrown the ball by Kirk Cousins and Michael
You're
Penix,
good. You said it right.
Yeah, it's Penix, but I almost said the other thing.
It's
Oh,
more funny to say the other thing.
yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah, I think I saw a video that someone called him that, so I think that's why.
No, the
Anyways,
Falcons draft videos called him that.
yeah,
The
that's right.
Falcons
Yeah, yeah,
official
yeah, yeah.
draft thing says that.
They
It's
misspelled
like
it.
me and my friends, we're not Falcons fans. We almost print that up and put it on our wall. And I
I'm
like
like,
Penix. Like you could go back in the archives of this show, and I thought Penix would be the perfect guy for the Giants. I really
I
did.
thought so too.
I
Thank
fell
God
in
we
love
didn't
with
draft
Penix
him.
during the draft. Well,
Ooh,
no, Daniels was the guy I loved. Penix was my second.
yeah. But oh man, we dodged the bullet, didn't we? I ain't
Oh, we
gonna
dodged a real big bullet. Actually,
lie.
you can think we actually might have dodged a bullet with both of them because, like,
That's
I
true.
loved Jay Daniels. I don't know, like, I said this about the Washington this year. I was talking to my uncle on vacation. I'm like, Washington could either win the Super Bowl or get the first overall pick, and either way, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Like yeah.
they are so boom or bust that I just don't know.
Because when you have a quarterback like that, like having success isn't out of the ordinary, but it's like
Yeah, like
everything
if
else
Daniel
around
stays
him,
healthy, they'll probably win the division. But like,
he
if
hasn't.
he gets hurt again, yeah, Washington's gonna pick first.
Yeah, like and last year he just wasn't healthy, and I'm sure we'll see it. I haven't watched the whole season of quarterback yet with him
What
and
is that?
Cam Ward and
Oh,
Flacco and who's the other guy? Mayfield.
yeah,
But
little trouble in
yeah,
there. Apparently, them the Bucks are not very well in contract negotiations.
yeah, he's playing. He's gonna be playing on an expired deal, so another chip on his shoulder that he has to that he'll be playing on. But honestly,
Hopefully that's the
Baker,
one that's broken.
Yeah, true. That's
Can
gonna
I
be a
give
concern
can
for
I
them.
give advice to Baker Mayfield? Stop
Hit me.
playing with hurt shoulders. It doesn't serve you well, dude.
Yeah, look, I get it. You want to be there for your team, but sometimes the
Listen, I
rest.
love the tough guy mentality, but like, if it unless it's the NFC Championship game, dude, sit.
Yeah, a little bit of rest doesn't hurt, even if it's for a week. They can live with you without a week in October.
Yeah.
They need you more for December more than October. Let's
Like the
be
only reason
honest.
why he's not still the starting quarterback in Cleveland is because he played on a torn labrum.
Yeah,
If he doesn't play, he's still the quarterback in Cleveland right now.
exactly. But Cleveland wants to mess things up anyway, so yeah, jokes on them. But yeah. Also, real quick on Mooney, him reunited with Matt Nagy also gives me more confidence. So he'll
Mm,
kind of slowly work his way to being that receiver number two, more likely than Austin to be exact. But let's
yeah.
be honest, my confidence level in those two guys, in Austin and Mooney, is not as high as it is with Malachi Fields. And I don't
No,
know.
Malachi Fields.
I ain't gonna
I
lie, man.
Malachi Fields. They said he's gonna be like you say that they already said he's playing like Plexico Burris, and I'm like,
Dude,
yes, sir.
we know about Plaxico. Plaxico was such a beast for us back when he was with New York, man. And look, this may be going too far, but I will stand on this hill and make my bold prediction for this year. I think he'll finish with the third most receiving yards behind Neighbors, and likely if everyone, even if everyone is healthy, he'll finish with the third most. I think he'll show
I mean,
out.
mine was similar. Like I think he's gonna finish as wide receiver 2 by the end of the year. I think it'll
Hell
be
yeah.
the undisputed wide receiver 2, and then it'll be a fight between Mooney and Austin for that third spot.
Yeah, because look, you don't, and this goes for any team that trades up. You don't trade it for a guy if you don't believe he can be something special, especially for the Giants, because
And
like
they had a
you,
second round grade on him too. Don't forget they
yeah,
drafted him the third. There was a second. The Giants said that's a second round pick right there. That's a
yeah,
starting caliber player in the NFL. It's a second round pick.
you're damn right, you're damn right. And they didn't have a third round pick, so they had to trade up from the. I think they gave a pretty good amount of capital in the mid
Yeah.
rounds to get to the third round and get him. And guys, I promise, me and Brian can stand by this. This is not Jalen Hyatt part two. Well,
No,
maybe.
this guy actually just a skill set. Yeah, Giants traded the 105th, the 145th, and a 2027 fourth for Malachi Fields.
Not too bad, but it's still a good amount of
It's
stuff.
a good amount.
Yeah. And look, and for a guy that you mentioned is being compared to Plaxico, look, his size, ability to win 50-50 balls is such an asset. And it's always fun to watch. It's always fun to watch a young quarterback and a young receiver kind of build that chemistry together. And with
Mm-hmm.
Neighbors slowly being, worked in, how those two perform, Dart and Fields, to start camp and moving forward, that's gonna be one to watch. I look forward to seeing any reports of
Oh
that.
yeah.
So yeah. Anything else on that by chance on
No, I just
Fields?
like I
That's your
said,
guy,
like
man.
neighbors. I mean, Malachi Fields is like the one receiver built we never had, which was that tall receiver with the
Yeah,
50-50
it's been a
balls.
minute. It's been a minute since we had one of those
Like
guys.
Kenny Galladay, he is going to become what we thought Kenny Galladay was going to be for us.
I hate that guy. I'm
I
sorry.
know.
Big old contract stunk up the joint. Caught his first and only touchdown in his last game as a Giant
Yeah.
against Philly.
Didn't Davis Webb throw him that touchdown pass? Wasn't that
That
the
is.
game Davis Webb started? Yeah.
I was just about to ask you who threw him that touchdown. All right. Odell, Barrios, Juju. Which two make the roster?
Odell and Barrios.
Same. Barrios for special teams.
Barrios, a special teams guy, and Odell's got the nostalgia factor. And
Damn
like
right.
Juju's just washed.
Yeah. Hey, look, and Juju, like Juju, I understand why we brought him in. Matt Nagy was his OC, in the city as well. I get it, but I don't know. I think for the fans' sake and for the possibility that we didn't sign him just for the nostalgia part, that he still has something in the tank. I think
We
Odell
didn't
kind of
sign
does
Odell
make it.
just to cut Odell.
Yeah, this better not be Dave Yeldman part two as well. But let's be honest. Alrighty, Isaiah Likely, is he one of the best kept secrets right now amongst in the NFL, my
Yeah, I
friend?
think so because for years we talked about Isaiah Likely as all right. This is breakout year. This is breakout year, and it never came because Mark Andrews' decline never happened. So he was always handcuffed with Andrews.
Mm,
Now he's the tight end one and going to be the number 2 option. Like regardless of how much I like Fields or how big play we think Austin's going to be, it's going to the progression's going to go Neighbors, Likely, and whatever other receivers out there. So I think that will. I think Isaiah Likely finally has a breakout season. I think we're going to see him. Have I think he's never gone over 500 receiving yards. I think he's going to get
correct.
like 600 or 700 receiving yards, and a couple touchdowns. Stop that. I knew it as soon as I said it. I think Isaiah Likely's going to finish as a top 10 tight end this season.
I like that, and I will support that statement as well. I think he is such a forgotten part, a forgotten signing on this Giants team. To be honest, I think I am also to blame. I haven't brought him up as much, especially towards the end of our last season and season four. We didn't talk about him as much, and like he is gonna be such an integral part of this offense, and we signed him to be that. I mean, he is the fourth highest paid tight end in the NFL, which is kind of crazy to say because, like you mentioned, he was behind Andrews for a good amount of his career so far, if not
His whole
all.
career. His whole career is
His whole
behind
career, yeah, his
Andrews.
whole career, yeah. So, but now he's the question tight end number one. Theo Johnson's backing him up, and likely will have a chance to thrive. And again, with Neighbors' status still in the year, he likely may have a bigger role than many think coming out out the jump. And just like you mentioned with Malachi Fields, this is not Darren Waller part two, or we hope it's not.
No,
So
it's not. It's because, like, think about it. Waller was a little older when we traded him. Isaiah Likely
true,
still feels like he's still rising.
true, that is true. All right, Theo Johnson, can he figure out his drops issues?
No.
Damn.
Unfortunately, no. Listen, I think Theo Johnson's gonna have a bigger role than we think in this offense. Him and Dart do have a connection. They are good friends, so I think Dart will look his way, but I think it's gonna be an up and down season for Theo, unfortunately.
Yeah, had 45 catches, 528 yards, 5 touchdowns last year. Pretty average numbers, but he had 7 drops, led the league in that at his position. 11.1% drop rate, highest at his position as well. That drop versus New England still haunts me to this day.
Oh
And
my
had a
god,
six,
yes.
yeah, it had a 60.8% catch rate. That was the lowest among
I
34
could catch
qualifying
that.
tight ends. Uh, that was a catchable ball. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. And he won't be the tight. The good thing is he won't be the tight end number one with Likely here, so there's less pressure on him. But then again, Johnson already has that in-game chemistry that we've seen compared to Likely, who we haven't seen yet in an actual game of Dart. So Johnson does have the upper hand there, I guess. But if the drops continue, there may be a conversation next offseason where Johnson may possibly be a cut can if it gets worse. And I
Yeah, I
honestly,
figure. Yeah,
can you
we'll see.
really get worse than what we saw last year?
No, it really
Not
can't.
really, but it could. You never know. I mean, let's
Well,
be
yeah, it could
honest.
always get worse.
Yeah, I know, right? If Chris Manhertz passes in the depth chart, that is
Yeah, Chris.
come
If
on,
Chris
bro.
Manchester is anything but a blocking tight end, we got serious issues. Something
We
went wrong.
that means like you must have gotten hurt. Johnson's dropping passes and
Yeah,
Manhertz somehow figures out. I guess not figures out, but is somehow catching 3 balls for
man,
40 yards.
Manhurst no longer has bricks for hands.
I have we ever seen Manhertz catch a football?
I don't
for 40
think I've ever
yards?
seen Manhurst run a route,
Yeah,
let
I'm
alone
gonna
catch a
lie.
ball.
Yeah, we might have to look in the film again for that one, but I'm pretty confident we've seen him run less than 5 routes for the Giants so far in his career with us. So, all right, last category, offensive lineman. We'll go through every single one of them, but let's be honest. The lineup of Thomas, Runyon, JMS, Malinoa. My God, that's so cool to say. And Illuminor, best O line in quite some time, my friend. You would say?
Oh, best O line we've had probably since Eli Manning. Probably since the
Yeah,
Eli and Manning days. Probably since Chris Nee, David Ali. Like probably since they were manning the line. Jaxson Dart is gonna have all the time in the world. And as long as everyone stays healthy, this will be a top 10 unit in football this year. And that's
yeah,
why I love it.
yeah.
Bill, I preached it on the show for years. Good football teams are built in the trenches, and the Giants just have probably their best offensive line in years, and I cannot wait to watch this unit in action.
Hey, our tackle duo is arguably top 5 in the league with Thomas and Illuminor when healthy.
Yeah.
And Illuminor loves being a Giant, and I love that. I know you do too.
Oh, I do.
Uh,
I love players that love being us. But like
dude.
Malinoa said he's ready to die for Jaxson Dart. Like,
Yes. Yep.
yes, let's go. Like JMS was solid last year. Like that's all we
He
need.
was.
And Runyon is just a vet. You just know what you're gonna get from him.
Yep. He's the incumbent at left guard right now. We'll see
Yeah.
if maybe there's a competition for his spot, but it's more than likely he'll be the starter there.
You'll
Thomas is
only,
healthy,
you'll only
ready
not
to
a
go.
starter if Bo or Neil just put on an absolute clinic in training camp,
Yes.
which okay, maybe Bo does, but we all know Evan Neal won't.
Yeah, no, Neo is
Yeah,
more than
and even
likely.
if Bo does, I don't think he's ready to take on the starting job yet. He's still a
Yeah.
tight end, a lineman 6 that is your plug and play guy if injuries occur, who is
Yeah,
being groomed to, okay, when running deals up next year, Bo is the heir apparent.
yeah. So right now he's just slowly just integrate
He's
himself into the
developing. I'll give him
offense.
that. I
Yes,
like it, but he's not there yet.
definitely not. But we look forward to see what he can do. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about it.
no, 100%.
Yes, sir. But yeah, other than that, that is all the guy. Yeah, I share the same confidence as well. The best, it's been the best line in some time for sure, and I look forward to see if this line can not only continue to improve our, help our rushing attack be top five in the league, but also improve our passing attack and give Dart the a good amount of time he needs back in the pocket to move the ball down the field with his arms. So it's gonna be fun. This whole offense is gonna be exciting to watch. I love offense, as you know. I know they say defense wins championships. I sometimes disagree. I love watching offenses. Offenses score 40 points a game, and I know the Giants won't do that. But I know I do hope this Giants offense is a top, at least a top 15 unit.
Yeah, I
Instead
think
of
top 15 is our floor. I really do.
yeah, yeah, that has to be
I think
because
our
I
floor, and I think if everything breaks right, we maybe sneak in the top 5.
that'd be freaking cool.
But
That would.
that's like Neighbors is healthy from day one and shows no rust. Scatterboot takes another step. The offensive line blocks everybody. Fields is wide receiver 2 from the start. Mooney and Austin play well. Like Jaxson Dart's basically a Drake May of last year. That's basically what we're talking about to go top 5.
Yes, sir. Well, man, we're only 8 weeks out, less than 8 weeks out from the Giants playing their first regular season game of the year
I can't wait.
against the Dallas Cowboys. I have requested that day off. I will be front and center of the TV watching that game. I'm very excited. I know you are too. I know a lot of Giants fans are as well, and we appreciate you guys tuning into our live stream, our first one on this channel in quite some time. We'll be posting. Every full episode will be live on YouTube, on Belly Up's Twitter, and on Kick as well. And then if you missed the live stream, do not worry. It will be on our YouTube channel, so that you guys can watch again and whatnot as well. And of course, expect clips throughout the week from our episodes too, both on our channel, the 3010 Podcast, and of course the Belly Up channel as well. With that being said, that will do it for season 5, episode 1, or kickoff episode. Next episode, we'll be doing the same thing that we did with the offense, but with the defense. So we're talking about guys like Brian Burns, Arvo Reese, who I know we're really excited about. The new guy wearing the green dot, and Tremaine Edmonds, and of course that very questionable, but as Brian said it, exciting secondary. We'll be diving into all those guys as well. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. It means the world to us for y'all support. Thank you for staying by us, and we look forward to covering Giants football for the entirety of the 2026 season, hoping for a winning year for our boys and possibly a playoff spot. That'd be super fantastic. But yeah, shout out to our sponsor, SeatGeek. Use the code BellyUp Sports for $20 off your first purchase. Restrictions do apply, and you can follow our podcast page at 3010 Podcast on TikTok. And you can follow me and Brian at Nathan underscore new 124 and Brian B1016 on Twitter, respectively. We'll see you guys on Thursday for our next episode. And until then, have a good one.